At Back to Earth, we monitor the temperature, carbon dioxide, and moisture content of the rows every day except Sunday. Documenting shows that we provide the optimal environment for the microbes in the compost to operate, which is key to developing consistent, high-quality compost. From the kit, you need a volumetric meter or carbon dioxide reader, possibly extra pyrite solution, a rubber hose with a filter and pump, wool yarn, and the sampling probe. Additionally, grab something thin to clean out the carbon dioxide probe, safety glasses, rubber gloves, and the RioTemp thermometer. To measure the temperature, stick the RioTemp 36-inch thermometer in 18 inches from the top of the row, where the tip will reach the hottest part of the windrow. Once the reading remains constant for 10 seconds, go ahead and write it down. The key number to remember is 150 degrees. If the row's temperature reaches that mark, it must be turned. In the composting process, microbes break down organic matter to produce carbon, water, and heat. Therefore, we keep track of their progress by measuring the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide meter measures carbon dioxide levels between 0 and 21%, but when it reads 10%, the rows should be turned to aerate it. The tip of the probe should be just below the hot spot near the bottom of the row, but at least 4 inches off the concrete. Take these measurements both before and immediately after turning the rows to document the effectiveness of the turning process. If carbon dioxide levels don't drop 5 to 10%, indicating good aeration, you'll need to do some troubleshooting. For consistency, be sure to take measurements both near the row's center and 10 to 20 feet from either end. Every day you use the carbon dioxide meter, start by testing the fluid strength with your breath. Because your breaths contain 4 to 6% carbon dioxide, that's the reading we're looking for. Disconnect the rubber hose from the probe and connect the hose to the meter by pushing the rubber connector down firmly. Take a deep breath, hold it for 4 seconds, and exhale steadily into the open end of the hose. While doing this, pump the aspirator bulb several times. Disconnect the pump and flip the meter over, allowing the solution to absorb the carbon dioxide, and then repeat the process. Exhale, pump, and flip it over. Then turn it upright. The scale should read, you guessed it, 4 to 6%. If it's not, try the process again. And if the second reading is out of range, replace the pyrite solution. This should be rare, as the fluid will absorb carbon dioxide from over 350 samples. See the instructions for how to replace it. As a safety note, the pyrite in the carbon dioxide meter is corrosive, and to avoid burns, you must wear gloves while changing it. To avoid splashing it in your eyes and causing blindness, please wear eye protection. If it gets in contact with your eyes or skin, immediately flush them with water for 20 minutes and get medical attention. To actually take the reading, you will vent and calibrate the scale to 0, pump the sample into the meter, mix the gas from the compost with the meter's fluid. Read the carbon dioxide percentage on the scale and report it. To calibrate the meter, mix the air and the solution by doing this process twice. First, push in the meter's valve with your finger to vent it with air, then release it. Turn the meter almost completely over to fill its top reservoir, then turn it back upright, letting the fluid drain back down by holding it at a 45-degree angle. If the fluid doesn't drain to the level it was at earlier, flip it over again. Vent the fluid again, then repeat the process a second time. Next, while holding the meter upright, loosen the lock nut and slide the scale until the 0 line is level with the top of the liquid. To actually take the reading, once the probe is in the windrow, press the hose's rubber connector down firmly into the meter and pump the gas into the meter by squeezing and releasing the aspirator bulb 20 times at a moderate pace. Going too fast can give inaccurate results. When you remove the rubber connector, the gas will be trapped in the meter, so after letting the fluid in the column stabilize for a few seconds, write down the carbon dioxide percentage on the scale. After every reading, push in the meter's valve with your finger to vent it with air, and make sure that the fluid returns to 0% on the scale. If it doesn't, vent it again. Only if it does not line up with 0 the second time, readjust the scale. Accuracy of readings is imperative. Finally, to keep the filter clean, ensure that the wall in the filter is slightly damp. If the wool becomes dirty or the filter becomes clogged, use a long, thin object, like a pencil, to remove the old wool. Wrap new wool around your hand, soak it with water, wring it out, put it into the tube, and reassemble the filter. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay well.